Hey everybody, this is Bobby, and you are watching the Bowtie Psychic here on YouTube. I'm a psychic and intuitive medium and an author who uses divination and storytelling to help people overcome generational trauma. And I also am being called to do inner child energy work with those that resonate with my energy. And so, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And happy 11/11. There's a portal that is up and going through everyone, and I just like the whole energy rather. And so I'm just really excited to do this today. This reading, this inner child energy reading, is for Capricorn, whether it be um, whether we're born under the sun sign, rising sign, moon sign, or Venus. So I hope it resonates with you, and if it does, be sure to let people know that I'm here and give a like. Click on that thumb button, so I will know that you are here. Whoever is here, hey, how are you doing? So I hope y'all had a good weekend. For those who are watching, and so this is how I do things. First, I do the intuitive reading, and then I'm going to do the inner child reading. Okay, and I'll be sure to put the timestamps in the description so you will know what starts where. Okay, and so I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the intuitive message for Capricorn. And what I got for Capricorn right away is that a lot of us, okay, because I am a rising sign, my Capricorn, and my Capricorn is my rising sign. And so what I'm getting is that there's a lot of static and a lot of gunk, within our energy. And so what I'm getting is that a lot of us are being called by spirit to do spiritual baths, to do some sort of spiritual ritual to where you're cleansing your auras and you're cleansing your your um, your chakras. Because what's happening is I'm just getting this. While I was meditating, I was just getting this energy of like it's like a gunk, and I don't know what it is. It's like it's not even like a black gunk or anything. It's like a gold color. It's just like a tannish color, like a dark tan, and it's like fat almost. You know what I mean? And so what I'm getting is that there's a lot of stuff going on with our bodies. And I'm not talking about like fat or anything like that. I'm not talking about that at all. But I'm getting there's a lot of junk within us. There's a lot of junk energetically and physically within our bodies that need to be cleansed. I don't know whether or not it has something to do with, drinking more water or making sure that your temple is cleansed, from the inside out. But in order for you to keep going, in order for you to be healthy, in order for you to be energetically fit to go on through your day, you are to make sure your body is okay. Because what I'm getting for Capricorn is that we have so much to do. We have so much to do. We are taking care of other things. We're taking care of business every other day, every day. A lot of us are about that grind. A lot of us are always strategic and analytical, and always thinking about the next big thing. But a lot of us, especially when it comes to the digestive system, what I'm getting is that with the digestive system, a lot of us are having stomach problems. A lot of us are having cramps, constipated, things like that. And it's because a lot of our power energy is very blocked. Okay, it's energetically blocked. So this is the time for us to start taking care of ourselves, physically. Not to lose weight or anything like that, because I'm not for that. But as far as like making sure that your power center is cleansed and very clear, so you can definitely start your day. I'm getting to like what helps me during the day, and I need to start doing this again, is to actually start drinking water like warm water or hot water with turmeric in it. Turmeric is actually really good for your digestive system, and so it will help you become regular, especially when that's the first thing you drink in the morning. I'm just getting for Capricorns that the digestive system is what's giving us trouble, and with us like doing all kinds of spiritual and manifestation work, or doing work for other people, it's time for us to start doing work for ourselves as far as taking care of our bodies. As far as drinking, I'm just getting drinking water, drinking plenty of water, and drinking like eating a lot of citrus too. Citrus is also good for the digestive system as well as the nervous system. It's just like this is a time for us to start, paying attention to what we put in our bodies. Um, yeah, because we're so used to being on the go, we don't think about that type of thing. We don't think about that type of thing at all. Yeah, we're just have to take care of ourselves energetically. That's all that is. That's what I'm getting for the intuitive reading. Um, Let me see if I got anything else. Yeah, I just get it to take care of yourself, a Capricorn. So if that resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, by all means, click that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel, um, so you will never miss another video. And also, like you have the chance to give a donation as well. So every little bit helps. And also, thank you so much, Michaela. If you're seeing this video, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm good, Michaela. I'm really good. And I'm still need to ask my friend, or at least research the question that you had about the earth moving into some of the houses. I have not forgotten at all. So I'll definitely get that to you. Hey, to the second person who came through, I really appreciate it. Um, and like I said before I get started with the card reading, every little bit helps. As far as our donation, I'll be using a lot of that money um, to get better equipment. And yes, okay, of course. All right, I definitely will. I'll definitely do what I can just so you will have the correct answer. Um, so when you give a donation, every little bit helps. It will help me with new equipment. It'll help me get a new phone, a new computer. It will help me, pay for new cards, so I can do better readings for y'all. I would be paying for a lot of classes I would like to take in the future. I definitely want to go and travel around the country to do seminars and readings for people, and basically be a part of some psychic fairs. So a lot of your contributions really help me. So thank you so much. So let's get started with the cards as far as the inner child. And what I like to do is pull that one card um, that would, um, that represents the inner child for Capricorn. Okay, so dear higher spirit, how was your weekend, Michaela? Also, don't forget, for those who are watching, Monday Night Special is tonight too. It's going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live. So looking very forward to it. Hello to the third person. Yeah, my weekend's been tiring as well. Like it just started snowing not too long ago, and so in fact it's snowing now. So we've been dealing with that all weekend, getting prepared for it. All right, my spirit. What card will represent the inner child energy for Capricorn? Not really. I don't like snow. I don't like being cold. To be honest, what card will represent the inner child energy for Capricorn, whether it be sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus? So what we got here is the Three of Wands, which I'm not surprised because is a pretty much an action card. And so what I'm getting is that a lot of this represents Capricorn. And so the inner child energy that I'm getting from this is that a lot of y'all, a lot of us, um, I'm getting that a lot of us have been asking for help. The inner child within us is asking for help. The inner child is always asking for some sort of assistance, as far as, you know, um, as far as people protecting them. Okay, I'm getting that a lot of us were at one point looking for God or looking for some sort of answer, looking for some sort of solace, especially if a lot of us were going through some sort of abusive situation or growing up in an abusive household. I'm getting that a lot of us were just looking for why this was happening. Why is this happening to me? Why is this stuff going on around me? What is going on? Okay, that's what I'm getting from. Like, we're a lot of us have been secretly asking for some sort of assistance, whether it be for God, from God, or maybe someone within our family. Like, we were just, I'm just getting that a lot of us were just trying to do everything we can to understand why we were going through it and whether or not there was a bigger purpose to what was going on. Okay, this is what I'm getting. I'm feeling that a lot of children, a lot of Capricorn children were finding, or at least searching, searching for some sort of rationale around what was happening to them. Okay, yeah, I'm just getting that a lot of children, Capricorn children, were like um, not only very inquisitive, but also very much often looking for answers. Okay, a lot of them may have. So if you have like even Gemini in your chart, that's that's perfectly like normal as well for a lot of Capricorns that also have that inquisitiveness. So it would not be surprised if y'all have some um, I definitely say like look into your chart, and do some sort of chart work around um, your other signs as well, because I just feel like yeah, you're not just looking for answers for the sake of information. You're looking for like what is the purpose of all this? You're always looking for purpose. That's what it is. A lot of Capricorn children, I'm getting that a lot of us, whether it be sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus, a lot of you are often looking for a purpose as to what shit was all about. Okay, because you feel like this makes no sense. This makes no sense why I'm going through abuse. This makes no sense as to why I'm going through what I'm going through. So what I'm getting is that a lot of you are very inquisitive and always looking for some sort of rationale around what was going on with y'all. Around with us rather, because I am also, like I said, Capricorn rising. So, dear higher spirit, what message does the what message does the inner child for Capricorn? Oops. Okay. What messages do you have, your inner child, for Capricorns, or the sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus? What issues did a lot of Capricorn children face when they were growing up? Okay. Wow. Okay. What I got here was the Two of Swords, and what I'm getting for this, the inner child energy, at least how it was for y'all when you were children. Your inner child is basically saying is that a lot of you Capricorns felt like you had decision making stuff going on. Like you felt like you had to choose one between. You had to choose between. This is about your parents, is what I'm getting on this card. As far as decision making, you are often placed in a position to choose between one parent or the other. It was never in between. It was always about how how you had to do everything you can not to piss one or the other off because you felt like you were going to disappoint a parent or get in trouble for doing it. What I'm getting is that a lot of Capricorn children, according to the energy that I'm receiving, is that a lot of you, I'm thinking parents were divorced or separated, and I'm getting that a lot of the times you felt like you were in the middle of whatever argument or whatever situation they were in, and a lot of the times it had nothing to do with you, but it was like a power play between one parent and between the parents or among the parents, okay, and you were in the middle of that. It was as if like they were trying to get to each other by using you. And like you were like you felt like you were like a chess piece almost. Excuse me. You felt like you were a chess piece. You felt like the only time a parent wanted to talk to you or a parent wanted to deal with you is when they try to get at the other parent in some way, shape, or form. It's as if like you were put in a position to love one parent over the other, okay, or be with one parent or deal with one parent over the other. I'm just getting that this was going on. Um, ooh, this has been going on for quite some years, but it really became an issue when the parent was nine, or when the parent was nine, when you were 9 years old, or around that time, or around that age, because there was just so much chaos around the home. I'm just getting like there was a lot of arguing and a lot of chaos in the home. Okay, I'm just getting that the little Capricorn, where it was in the room and they witnessed a lot of arguments. They've witnessed a lot of beatings. Um, like somebody was hit. Like one of the parents was violent, or both of them were violent towards one another. But either way, I'm just getting that the parent, um, there was a lot of anxiety in the home because you didn't know what was going on. So a lot of you Capricorns are maybe dealing with anxiety now, or don't like it when people are arguing around you, because what's happening was that, or what has happened, or at least as to why you don't like it when people yelling, like you tense up, because when you were growing up, you were around that. You and your parents, like, you were always witnessing like a physical or verbal altercation between your parents. I'm definitely getting that. And so as a result of that, as time went on, they definitely put you in the position to choose one over the other. It would not surprise me at all if they were talking about each other, and wishing ill will on one another. And what ends up happening is that they put you in a position, you know, of discomfort all day, every day, because there was like, well, this has nothing to do with you. You don't. I'm getting it, like, despite all that's going on, you want your parents to be together. You within the relationship was going to, it wasn't going to allow that to happen. Okay, so you just felt like this weird discomfort. Uh-oh, it's saying that my connection is unstable. So I'm going to keep going, okay? If anything happens, by all means, let me know. But it's saying that my connection is unstable. I'm assuming it's because of the weather here. So that's what I'm getting for a lot of Capricorn children, when it comes to the two of swords, that you had to make a decision between one or the other. If not, there was a consequence. If you felt like you chose the wrong parent, there was going to be a consequence. I just felt like there was like a withholding of affection. Okay, there was a withholding of affection. There was a withholding. There was like an icy silence. There was this. They were often putting you in a position of feeling as if you were going to be punished with the lack of emotion, or you were going to feel unloved or feel unworthy if you chose a parent. Also, I'm just getting like some throat stuff. So that tells you right there, like you didn't even have a voice anywhere in the situation. Like you had, I was like, I'm being just like interrupted, And what I'm getting is that a lot of Capricorns in that situation, like y'all felt like you. I feel um, like you had no voice, like you were cut off, like you were like energetically and vocally cut off from voicing any sort of opinion or anywhere close to how you felt. Otherwise, I just feel like there will be consequences. Like I'm getting you would get in trouble for that. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from the Two of Swords. I'm also getting like the Knight of Wands here, and what I'm getting is that I'm getting powerlessness. A lot of you felt like you were very powerless. I'm feeling that a lot of y'all. I'm feeling that somebody ran away and you can go with them. So that tells you right there that maybe you wanted to live with a parent or you wanted to leave with a parent, either it's the mother or the father. I'm definitely getting like a male energy here as far as the parent is concerned. Like you felt very connected to this parent. You were very close to your father growing up, and so what ended up happening is that once they left, you wanted to go with them and you couldn't. And so that really like them leaving you like that really rocked you to the core, Capricorn. It really rocked you, and it definitely changed your perception of males or male body individuals in your family. It changed your perception of them because now you have in your mind that okay, now they're going to leave. Okay, now they're going to leave and they're going to leave me in this bad situation. I feel like for the most part you were left in a real messed up situation. I'm getting there for you, Capricorn. You were left in a situation where you were not uncomfortable, where you were not comfortable. Okay, you were not comfortable in that situation. When they left, it was as if like that parent, um, they were your protector, so they were your buffer. Okay, they were a buffer between you and whatever argument that was going on. Believe it or not, and so when that person left, it's as if like the abuse became worse. Like the abuse became worse, or whatever issue that was going on between you and that other parent, or what issues that maybe the mother or the female body individual was going was having with their father, with your father. Now they're taking it out on you. Now it's like everything you're doing is micromanaged, everything you're doing is criticized, everything you say is criticized. Don't be surprised if they came at you and started talking about you. Okay, I'm just getting like you and like the other parent were not very close, um, because of the arguing and because of all the stuff that was going on like over time. All that stuff started to change, and so what ended up happening is that your inner child energy is basically painting a picture for me as to how you and this other parent got didn't get along, because once the father left or or the male body individual left, what ended up happening is that, or maybe it could be the mom, or like there's no gender to the cards. I'm just getting that maybe there is like a dominant energy leaving, a dominant energy leaving the house. So what I'm getting is that whatever parent left the house, whether regardless of their gender or sexual orientation, you and the other parent just no longer had that cohesive relationship. It wasn't as if that parent left and everything was okay. You know what I mean? The people who are meant to resonate with this message is definitely getting the message. The Capricorns that are meant to listen to this message, y'all are being pretty much being told that like shit got real quick. Like you and that parent did not get along. Your anxiety did not get go away because their sadness and their anger towards that other parent did not go away. So what ends up happening is that they're taking it out on you or whatever sibling you have. You understand? So I'm just getting from you after a while. I'm just getting like you feel very betrayed by this other parent after a while. I'm just getting that because of the way they left and the way and the reasons why they left, and they didn't take you with them. So you feel like they left you in a situation for you to not be defended. That you have to defend yourself or find some way to defend yourself from whatever dysfunction that this other parent that you had to stay with, threw at you. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of stress headaches. So that tells me right there that you had a stress headache or some sort of things going on with your health as a result of the stress that your body went through. the stress and the emotional stress that you went through. You put like I'm just getting like you were, um, yeah. Poverty played a huge part in this. Poverty played a huge part in as to why that the parent, the guardian that you were forced to stay with. I'm gonna say forced to stay with. Um, Treated you the way they did because that other parent was maybe like an extra was an extra income that they lost, or they were pulling in more money um, than the other parent was. And so when the other parent left the home, it was a financial strain on the other parent, and so they took that out on you. It's as if you were seen, you felt as if you were seen as a burden, and you felt as if, why is this happening? Like you were definitely trying to make sense of it. I'm also getting too that despite all that's happened, like over time, you felt like there was a reason behind this. Okay, it would not surprise me at all if some of you Capricorns had psychic ability, or um, display some sort of psychic ability, or had some sort of conversation with your ancestor and not even knowing it. Okay. Hey Rob, how you doing? How you doing? What is that your real name? So if the um please let me know your real name so I can oh nice. Nice. So I'm just getting that hey Rob, how are you? And so what I'm getting, same here. So what I'm getting from this, I'm doing an inner child reading, and right now I'm focusing on how your childhood was, or at least the childhood of those who were born under the Capricorn sign, whether it be sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus. And what I've got here for a third card is the Judgment card. It was upside down. Yeah, there were a lot of judgments hurled upon you. There was a lot of judgments. There was a lot of what I'm getting from this card here is that you were basically verbally abused. I'm getting that it was like, a lot of you were verbally and emotionally and psychologically abused. There was nothing you could do to to stop that. Your parent came at that one particular parent who had an issue with you. They went in on you. They said you were nothing, that you were stupid, that you wouldn't amount to anything, your opinion doesn't count. I'm getting all kinds of stuff. It was more verbal and emotional. Okay. So Rob says, I was taken a piss out of for my looks and my red hair all through my childhood. Yeah. I'm just getting that a lot of y'all went through it. A lot of people under the Capricorn sign. Your parent did not appreciate you or like you in any way, shape, or form, and I could just feel like I'm getting that a lot of you became numb after a while. A lot of you stopped listening to them, like or you either blocked that parent out, or you just did not. You did everything you can to like. I'm getting that a lot of you as time went by, a lot of you blocked that out. A lot of you blocked out that stuff that your guardian or your parent said to you, and you did that for your mere survival. But I'm also getting to that a lot of you also took that to heart, on a subconscious level. Y'all still carry those messages um, that you're not good enough. You felt like I'm also getting to that you felt like you had to compete with somebody else. So I don't know whether or not this parent dated a lot, or was like known for being with other people or places or situations, but this person, this parent that you were living with, they didn't pay attention to you very much. They weren't very affectionate towards you. They did not hug you. Every once in a while they say they love you, but most of the time they did not show any sort of love towards you. It's as if like they themselves were very much numb or very much, you know, there was something going on to emotionally. They were not able to connect with you in any way, shape, or form. So Rob says, my dad, that is blocked. My dad has blocked him out of my life. Always had to compete with youngest brother who got all the attention. No hugs for me. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that, Rob. For real. And I feel like there's a lot of folks who went through that too. I know when I was growing up, my mom didn't pay. She was my main guardian, the custodian, and so she didn't pay attention to me either. And I felt like I had to compete with everybody from God to whomever she was dating at the time. And so, like this reading also resonates with me as well because I feel a lot um, of the pain and suffering. Okay, let me see if anyone. Yeah, I'm just getting that a lot of yeah, a lot of us have. I'm just getting a lot of anxiety and a lot of. I feel a lot of energy in my solar plexus, like where, and that's where our power center is. And so that's where we get a lot of our strength and our intuition from. There's a lot of us who did not pay attention to our intuition because we wanted to do everything we could to connect with that parent. We wanted to do everything to connect. A lot of us, I'm just feeling like the inner child energy I'm getting is saying that a lot of Capricorns wanted to connect with that parent despite how they were being treated. And so it didn't work that way. It really did not work that way. Okay. However, I do, I, like I said before, when we were growing up, I definitely got the energy too that a lot of our ancestors were still looking out for us. A lot of our ancestors were still looking out for us and telling us that everything was going to be okay. That this everything that we have been going through was a huge lesson for us. It was to not only make us stronger um, mentally but spiritually. We were supposed to use our stories. We were supposed to use our stories as a means of connecting with other people. They were not made for us to suffer. Okay, so we definitely got the message. Um, yeah, a lot of I'm getting that a lot of us went to church. A lot of us were like introduced to the church or introduced to religion in some way, shape, or form. But there was something about it that did not sit well with us. But we had to go through that whole process anyway to find out for ourselves what and who God was. Yeah, a lot of us had to go through that whole thing. Okay, if this resonates with you, this message, by all means, make sure you give me a thumbs up. You know, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel because I love doing these inner child readings. Thank you so much. Yes, we learned that over time. We learned that as adults that God is within us. Okay, we learned that. Okay, so is there any other message? Okay. Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate it. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is our the Queen of Wands right here. Okay. So basically what I am getting from this card right here is that a lot of us, like I said before, we had ancestors. A lot of us were very strong. Thank you so much, Rob. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. A lot of us were very strong. A lot of us had a strong intuition, but a lot of us had a strong connection with the spirit world. What I'm getting from the Queen of Wands is that like the Queen of Wands is about business, but she's also very confident in herself and she's also very she's just also very loving and very sweet. Okay, she was about business, and and like I said, the cards have no gender whatsoever. So this can be for anyone. Energy has no gender, and what I'm getting is that a lot of Capricorns were very sweet and very gentle, but y'all like look, we had questions. What is going on here? What is going on here? Why are we going through this? A lot of you came into this world very sweet and very open and very kind and very gentle. Okay, a lot of you very wise behind, like very wise for your age. I'm getting a lot of you were like 10 or 11 at this time when you start asking questions about um, about your life and your purpose and what is going on. Why were you being talked to like this? Why are you going through this? Why are you why are they treating me this way? What did I do? What, like, seriously, what is the purpose of my life for me to go through this? And you got that answer at around 10 or 11 years of age. Okay, you got that inkling, that intuition, that intuitive message from the spirit world that you are going through this. You're going through the abuse. You're going through all this stuff, okay, for a really good reason. It would not surprise me at all if your spirit guide came to you and they did present themselves as a female entity or was considered a female entity in this world. I'm just getting that a lot of y'all, a lot of Capricorns, were very sweet and just very inquisitive. And you wanted something much better than what you received. Okay? Yeah, I'm just getting that. We were the shit as kids. Okay? We were the shit as kids. We were very wise beyond our years. Very wise. Yeah, it would not surprise me at all. Y'all are like always like, even though you're, and it doesn't surprise me if you got the king that y'all got. We got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, because even though the Queen of Wands was very soft and very gentle and very loving and very kind and was always asking questions and about business, the King of Wands is about our inner strength. Okay, our will to survive, our will to get business, to act on our convictions, to stand up for ourselves when somebody's on some shit. We got our mouths popped off because we just, you know what I mean? A lot of us asked too many questions. A lot of us defended ourselves. A lot of us said, like, look, I don't appreciate being treated this way. And we took the abuse, and we took the yelling and the screaming at us because we knew deep down that we did not deserve this, regardless of how, regardless of what the situation was. We did not we did not back down. A lot of us didn't. A lot of us didn't. So Rob says, I'm strong with the spirit worlds. For example, I told my mom about her past and she was so surprised. I knew it was a gift. I have to pick up in a lot of have I pick up in a lot of things too. Hee hee. No way. I got told a female is always around me. And Rob says, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay. But what I'm getting from this is that a lot of Capricorn children, we were strong. We were very strong. We took a lot. I could feel the this masculine, strong warrior energy. There's a warrior energy within this card. It would not surprise me at all if we stood up for other people as well as ourselves. That we spoke out against a lot of what was going on, and we endured a lot, and that made us strong. But that also that strength and that it was also very much a detriment because we used that strength to hide our vulnerability. Okay. Yes, a lot of Capricorns were warriors. We were warrior spirits. Okay, we were strong. We were strong because we, at that time, it was our survival. And as to who we are today, it definitely contributes to who we are today. But what I'm also getting is that warrior energy kept us on alert because we've been through so much trauma um, as a result of what happened to us. Okay, um, and so we definitely take that into adulthood. In fact, we're going to talk about how we're going to talk about how we were affected as adults. Okay, Could you tell me a little bit about, could you tell me about Capricorn adults? How did I, how did I, how were we affected as adults? How were Capricorns treated? Mm, yeah. All right. So this is what we got here. Um, we actually got the Five of Cups upside down. We have the tendency to not let things go now. We've shielded ourselves to the point where this is a Capricorn adult. What I'm getting for Capricorn adults is that now you hold grudges and you have not let things go. You're holding on to a lot of stuff. Capricorn adults are now holding on to a lot of things, a lot of anger, a lot of rage, a lot of hurt, a lot of sadness, and what ends up happening is that now you gauge your friendships based on how you were treated as a child. If somebody even so much as look at you wrong, you're like, nope, we're out. That person's gone. They're no longer safe. And so what ends up happening is that your friendship pool is very low, very, very small. Your tolerance of people is extremely small. Is extremely low, rather. Is extremely low. Your tolerance of people. Yeah, like there's no like as an adult, exactly. Diamond said, or Diamond, or Michaela says, I felt as though if I let go, there's no justice for my inner child. Exactly. But what's end up happening, Michaela, is that when you don't let that stuff go, you're doing no justice for your inner child anyhow. Because now your inner child is still angry, they're still sad, they're still running your life, okay? Because we don't allow our inner child to speak up in any way, shape, or form, what ends up happening is that they end up coming through and running amok sideways. Okay? Now it's to the point where you're literally like looking at people as if they were the folks that like hurt you in the past. You're now looking at these people like looking at folks like, you know, if they so much as look up, if they so much as act up, they're gone. That's why we have a hard time with vulnerability because if we're vulnerable, we already have in our head we get hurt. Hey Phyllis, what's up? What's going on? So Rob says, let me read some of these comments. So Rob says, yes, it has hurt me bad. I don't show it though. And yes, no side eyeing me. I'm very intolerant of disrespect and I won't stand for it for no crap. Um, so Phyllis says, oh wow. Um, and yeah, it's a lot. Um, Michaela says, hey Phyllis. Rob says, my inner child is locked away behind many walls. It's very rare he comes out, and when he does, people says it's beautiful. And Phyllis Glenn says, hey to Diamond. So we're gonna keep going here. So this is actually the Five of Swords. What I'm getting from this card is that um, you're not exactly ready to to fight, but it's kind of like a lot of yeah. That's what it says. You're ready to fight. You're ready to fight everybody, and a lot of your demons, you're being told to let go of, because now the fight is in your mind. The fight is in your mind. You understand? What you're being told to do is let go of the fight. A lot of the stuff that you are dealing with is from the past. I'm getting that a lot of the fight is over with, but you're holding on to it, and as if like everything is happening in real time. Okay, almost everything you do almost everybody you see is as if like when they mess up, is it's like, oh, they're just like the person I had to deal with in my past. They're just like my mom. They're just like my dad. They're just like that cousin. Now the fight is in your mind. You're being told, especially today on the 11th, we're going through a manifestation portal right now. You're literally being told that this is an opportunity to be mindful of what's going on in your mind and to let it go. Okay. Phyllis Glenn says, yeah, I'm just getting that a lot of y'all live in your mind. Like half of the fights aren't even. How many times have we had a whole scenario in our mind whenever we have a conflict or whenever we had to confront someone, um, or like basically show up in our power, we have a whole scenario, a whole vignette in our mind, and it turns out that it's not as big as we make it out to be. That's what this card is. Half of the time, I'm getting that a lot of y'all too, a lot of Capricorns rather, and I'm guilty of this too. Okay, we don't like somebody, we don't have the voice to tell somebody about themselves. Okay, and we have a whole play in our mind. We have a whole movie in our mind about what we're gonna say to that person, how we're gonna tell them off, how we're gonna do this, that, and the third. And they're not even mad at us. They're thinking that nothing is wrong. We're the only ones who think that something fucking happened. We're the only one who is ruminating on the situation. We're the only ones. So we're being asked to let that go. Right? Right? So Phyllis says, yeah, I live a lot in my own mind. So do I. So do I. I live in my own mind all the time. Most of the time I'm like, where did that even come from? I'm making up characters that don't even exist in the whole scenario. Everybody's ready to fight. Everybody can catch these hands. That's where I go when I'm angry. Everybody can catch these hands. Okay, don't let the glasses fool you. I would take them off and do something. You know what I mean? That's where it goes. But that's where we go because at the time when we were kids, we didn't have the power, or even the strength, the physical strength to take care of ourselves, right? So now we're making up for lost time. We're making up for lost time. Yes, okay. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody, we are a gangster in our mind. We are a gangster in our mind. Every day we're a gangster in our mind until the real situation shows up. Okay? Right? So, like, we're being asked to let some of that go and to re-examine where all that anger is coming from. Okay? So Rob says, I'm so glad that this is interactive too. I'm glad that people are resonating with this. I really appreciate it. Also, subscribe to the channel because I love doing live videos, love doing them, and I just love doing inner child energy work because it gets to the nitty gritty of things. Okay. So if you want to know more about the inner child or know more about these videos, see these videos, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Okay. And I love like talking to y'all too. For real. This is my heart good. So let me read some of these comments. My fight is almost over. I will soon be free. The things I get shown by spirit has freed me so much. I'm nicer, happier, have more love to give. So I also see, yeah, I live a lot in my mind. Rob says my birthday is 11th January, full moon tonight here. Yep, the full moon is going to be on and popping. This is a time for you to do a lot of letting go, a lot of work around letting go of what happened to you in the past. This is really good to do that. I call it pre-argue. I already had the argument before it happens, right? Before I deal with it. Phyllis says true. Everybody's dying laughing. So always having fighting scenes in my mind like I'm the Jedi. Yes. Gangster for life. Gangster for life. Chop up your life. Oh Lord. Suddenly I felt emotion. I'm holding in my tears. Yeah, yeah, yes. So and also let those tears go. Let that stuff out. I'd rather you do that, Rob, than have it manifested to something else. So if you need to cry, go ahead and do you. Okay? Because here's the thing. What I'm getting for you is like ace of like for a lot of Capricorns is also the eight of cups. A lot of us want peace. Okay, a lot of us are struggling eternally. A lot of us are, as adults, we're looking for that peace now. We've been struggling for so long. We feel like sometimes it's not even possible for us. We think about it, we ruminate on it, we're fighting for that peace. A lot of us want that. Okay, I'm getting that a lot of us have so much love to give, but we're afraid of the piranhas down here. We're afraid of the world. Okay, deep down, we're this, but we act as if the world is this, the piranhas. Okay, a lot of like to be honest with you, what I'm getting is that a lot of Capricorns are deep down one of the most loving people, um, one of the most loving and most caring people. I'm getting a lot of lightness in my heart chakra, which tells me that deep down, beneath all that bullshit that we've been told, all the pain, all the suffering, we have hearts of gold. And that's what this is saying. Our hearts are pure. Don't be surprised if a lot of us become, if you're not a wounded warrior or you're not doing some work with people and using your gifts um, as a way to use your stories to connect with people, I'll be surprised if you're not because you've been through a lot. Capricorns have been through it. Just based on the spread that I got here, that a lot of us went through it. Okay, but I'm also getting like there's a trust factor here. And Rob, or who was it? Phyllis said that we really do believe that the world is full of piranhas. This is a time for you to want to trust your intuition, but also know that it's not you that's manifesting a lot of the trauma and the drama that you're going through. It's your subconscious thoughts. It's your subconscious thinking. It's your inner child that has not grown up because they're hurting. So now it's up to you to reparent yourself and to let your inner child know, okay, that it's okay for you to be hurt. It's okay for you to be loud. It's okay for you to be angry. But there's also peace in the world. Okay. It's up to you to start changing your thoughts. And I'm not talking about positive psychology. No, 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 no. I'm not talking about that. Change your thoughts and everything will be all right. No, it takes a lot of digging. It takes a lot of action on your part. It takes a lot of you just sitting down with your inner child and telling them that, look, it's okay. It's completely okay. It's okay for you to go off, but it's also okay for you to sit down for a minute so we can both heal. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to protect you. Let's do something that you would like to do. Okay, tap into that inner child. So I have a question for y'all. Just because, and I'm getting this because a friend of mine actually came up with something that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot of sense. I have a friend named Fiyah Angelou. She's a phenomenal um, healer, a phenomenal poet, um, and I highly recommend you find her on Facebook or Instagram. But she did a video one time where she talks about her childhood and the trauma that she went through, and she said that sometimes we are so in the thick of our trauma that we forget about the things that we used to like. We forget about the things that brought us peace. our interests, our likes. So so here's the assignment for you. What is it like? Just go ahead and meditate on this, but then write about what you and your inner child used to like. I know that I used to love going outside the park. Used to go love playing video games. I still do. I love Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, I used to call something called the what was it called? It was called Dial a Story. Dial a Story, where you could just call the library and someone would read a story to you. That's the type of stuff that my inner child. That's the type of shit I used to do when I was a kid. I used to listen to the Beatles. I love oldies music, classical music. I used to watch the Smurfs. What did you used to do? What did you like to do? And write that down. And not only just write that down, but do one of the things that you used to do. Do that very thing. One of them, two of them, however it is. Do it for a week. Do it for a day and see how that feels. But you and your inner child is up to y'all to connect. Okay, so with that being said, what's the solution of healing? What words of how can Capricorns honor their inner child? I sit by the water to ground myself. I pick up worms and bugs because I think they're awesome. I used to, as a child, wander off into the jungle in Africa and find animals and all sorts of insects. That's dope. Javi, I will. We never get old, no matter the age. I will still buy an easy bake oven and use a lot. Yes. And what is her Instagram? Um, I can get that information for you, and put that. But you could just hold on for just one moment. Oops. Oh wow. I will put that information in the descriptions. Okay. So, so what solutions do you have? Oh, and how can they honor their inner? Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, I sure will. So what I got here is the Eight of Cups upside down. And what I'm getting here is to allow yourself, allow yourself peace, allow yourself to feel and forget, not exactly forget the pain, but to actually like forgive what happened. I'm getting to let go of it, to let go of the pain and not to forget your magic. Don't forget that you're magical. Don't forget that you're powerful. Don't forget that your past and what happened does not define you at all. Okay? The Eight of Cups usually talks about magic and rituals. Okay? But what I'm getting is that the solution here is to not let go of those rituals, not let go of the magic. Don't forget who you are. Okay? Don't forget who your inner child is. Don't forget that there is a whole life outside of trauma. There's a whole life outside of, yes, yes. So Rob says, I forgive my past, but I will never forget that I'm the magician. I bring the light into the dark. Exactly. Okay, exactly. You are here to bring magic. You are here to use your story as a way to help other people, but you have the right to heal. You have the right, okay, You have the right. You have the privilege and the duty. You have the duty. It's your duty to heal to the point where you are not using your past as a means of disconnecting from the world. This is a time for you to be vulnerable, even if it's with. I'm not saying for you to just every damn body, but I am telling you, like, you have people in your life who are waiting for you to answer to them, or to be. You have friends in your life who are willing and ready to be of service to you, to be of support for you, but you're not letting them in for whatever reason, because in your past you have been taught that if someone were to come for you, they're not meant to be trusted. But not everyone in your life is like that. Not everyone in your life is here to hurt you, and not everyone in your life is here to take away your magic. They can't take away what you already have, unless you give them permission. So this is the time for you to remember you are the magic, and you have a choice. You are the magic, and you have a choice. Let me say that one more time. You are the magic, and you have the choice. I'm so glad too. I'm so glad too. So, with all that is going on, so I'm getting here. So, what? I love these cards. I'm now using something called the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. I love it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad. So, what words of encouragement do you have for Capricorns today? Look what y'all got. Look what we got. We got the sun. Sorry if my lips are all chapped. I feel so. I thought I got myself together for this camera, but we got the sun. What this is saying is basically self-explanatory. Let yourself shine. Let the world know that you are here. Let the world know your magic. Don't hide it because of what anyone else is saying, because you always gonna have somebody who doesn't like the sun. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate your kind words. But this is the sun, like, basically, you know how, if you're you remember when Rudy Huxtable was like, "I am the sun. I'm not the wind. I'm the sun." That's exactly what type of mentality we Capricorns are being called to have. We are the sun. We are the sun. We are powerful. We are bright. Okay. We're special in our own way. We bring heat. Okay. We bring justice to light. We bring darkness to light. We do that. We have the power to do that. So this is a time for you for us rather, to let our magic be known and to overcome any adversity that we have gone through. Okay? So let me read some of these comments before I head out. So I'm slowly learning to trust and let people in. And it's slow like a turtle. I am magic. I have the choice. Yes. Yes, you do. So Phyllis said, "This is awesome. I'm so glad." Um, Also got the yellow hearts and the sunflowers. Yes, do this. So Rob says, "Thank you, Diamond. And I like you. Will shine bright like a diamond." Yes. um, I also got Michaela said, "They don't look chapped." No. Rob said, "You look lovely. Don't worry about your lips. They are very kissable." Thank you. Um, and he also said, "I am the sun. My lover is the moon. The people are the earth. Yes, very much so. Yo, so that is the message that we received today from the inner child energy. Thank you for Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being interactive. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this so much. So if you enjoyed it, now I know y'all did, by all means, um, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the Bowtie Psychic YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm also what else? I was gonna say I'm also on. I want to say I'm also on Twitter. But I really don't fuck with Twitter like that. So maybe I should start though. How is Twitter? Is it okay? I just want to know what it's like. So also, if you would like to have a more in-depth reading, you can also go to the Bowtie Psychic .com website and pick out any sort of um, service. Basically, I have everything from a 3 card reading to something as in depth as we did here. I also do these type of readings, inner child readings, as a personal service. So you can definitely sign up for that as well. What else is going on? Um, Monday night special is going to be here tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So it'll also be live. So be ready if you are able to go ahead and tune in. You can also drop me a donation as well. I can put that information in the descriptions, but you can go to my PayPal account. I also have another one too, another account, but and I'll put that in the descriptions as well. But for the most part, I used PayPal, so you can go to Hobby the Medium and drop your donation there if you are so led to do so. So thank you again. Thank you again. And I'll add Fiyah Angelou's um, information, her Instagram information there as well. And so you'll be able to find her on Instagram. She's a really dope individual. And she also does a lot of videos on Facebook. So, or she does them every once in a while. So definitely like hit her up. So thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all sharing your energy with me and vice versa. And so on that note, peace.